everyone, it's Dr. Dickinson, and this video I'm going to be talking about driving questions. Driving questions are questions that you, the teacher, craft for your students. Now, the purpose of a driving question is you're wanting your students to engage in a project-based learning activity, and the question that you pose to them will be something that gets them excited about the project and also supports building a discussion about what the students are going to be doing. So let's say, for example, you want your students to create a playground for the school. You might ask a driving question such as, what kind of playground can we create so that all the students in our K through 5 school have access to playground equipment and can play safely? That question might start an investigation where kids are starting to think about what are the equipment needs, who the audience is, as well as the budget that they're working with. You also want to talk about safety and all of the requirements of your project so that when the kids get into the creation phase, they know what they're working with. Now, your driving question might have your students create. It might also have them share an opinion. So, do you think that dogs should be allowed in school? Why or why not? And the students can use that type of opinion response to drive a question where they're looking at the pros and cons of a topic. Maybe they're constructing a model of if pets were allowed in the school, where would they be? What would the cost be? Who would take care of them? What the benefits would be for students? You might have them poll students so they're getting some survey data. And so there's a lot of ways that you can add opinions to a driving question and incorporate subject matter like science, where kids are learning about animals, or math, where they're surveying students and getting some statistic information. So another way that you might frame a driving question is to think about it through a problem. So let's say you create a problem scenario like you want to build a house and you have to try to, what's the kind of budget that you need to have to build a house in your neighborhood? So that type of question would focus on the problem of knowing how much money that we have to build a house, what the costs are, what the price of the housing is in the neighborhood, and what the requirements are for the homeowner. So there's lots of great different ways that you can frame your question. The bottom line is your questions are for your students. They should get them excited about learning and help drive the inquiry. That's all for now. I hope you learned a lot about building and designing driving questions for project-based learning tasks.